Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Golden Goal Show. Welcome to season 4, episode. Wow, it's been a crazy year. I'll tell you that. The episodes have been flying by like a flying pig. Sure, I was definitely not looking for the episode number, but it's episode 33. Welcome watching on YouTube and on Spotify. Hope you are having a lovely day after beautiful days of football. The Europa League final came in and yikes, shocker, shocker, shocker. That's all I gotta say. But yes, everybody, let me first introduce my co-host to the show, who's indeed a Chelsea fan and a fan of Dortmund. Solomon, mate, how are you?
Well, I'm doing good. I'm doing all right.
That's good. Not like your manager got sacked. That would never happen, of course, because Chelsea is amazing.
No, that wouldn't
Never.
happen at
No,
all.
no. Okay, silly. And then also another host of the show who is a fan of Atletico Madrid and mental health. Paulinho, how are you doing, mate?
I'm good. How are you, host?
I am doing so fantastically tested. That's not the right word. I am doing great. Yes, thank you very much. It was nice to play football with you today. And yes, brilliant times. Always great times. We love that. Yes. And also introducing another guest on the show here today who's a fan of Bayern Munich and a fan of Inter Miami. Let's give it the title. Wilhelm, typical German
Yeah,
guy. How are you doing, mate?
I'd be doing better if we were in the final.
Well, that's not happening anytime soon. I am sorry to hear that. It's okay. We can all cry. It's great. And introducing another guest on the show. It's great to have him here. He is currently right now in Bolivia. Just transfer agent, Agent Dimitri, just like looking at the youth system of Bolivia. How are you doing, Agent Dimitri? It's always an honor to have an actual transfer agent for FIFA here. How are you, mate?
Arigato.
Oh, okay.
すみません。
Hmm.
大丈夫。
Oh, okay.
これ
Croatian,
は
Asian.
アジアントティー。
Bento box. Look at us. We're studying Duolingo. That's great. Well, everybody, it's great. That was so great. I loved every bit of that. All right, let us first go on to the first part of our show, which is we talk about breaking news and even more breaking news. So, first breaking news. It is indeed about this is crazy. I have 115 reasons to tell you how crazy this is. Erling Haaland among Man City players who angrily tells fans to stop invading the pitch before the title win. Great. So yes, Man City won their 4th league in a row, which has never been done in any of the top flight leagues, which is crazy. So yes, Pep Guardiola's side recorded a 4th straight title with 3-1 victory over West Ham at the Etihad Stadium. While Arsenal won 2-1 against Everton, City secured the title with a 2-point lead over Mikel Arteta's side. Securing the title felt inevitable as the minutes ticked away, but fans were little but premature. In the celebrations, just kidding, just the celebrations, as many encroached on the pitch with a couple of minutes left in stoppage time. And yes, you saw players from Man City. Bernardo Silva led appeals of Man City stars before Erling Haaland and Ruben Dias got involved to express their frustrations to the fans. And yes, yeah, the fans ran on the field. I mean, sorry, the actors or the fans. I don't know what you want to call them. But yes, they ran on the field. Almost saw what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hanks, and maybe I think I saw Jonah Hill. Or no, that wasn't Jonah Hill. Who was that? I think that was the guy who played Oppenheimer. I forgot what his name was. I don't know, top of my head. But yes, congratulations to Man City for winning the full title, and fans crazy running on the field. That's wow, very cool. But yes, Solomon, just 1 or 2 words to describe Man City's 4th title win.
I think it's crazy. I don't know. It's never been done, but crazy.
Mm-hmm.
115 still.
Yeah, 115 reasons why it was so crazy. Nice. Okay, Paulinho, you got 1 or 2 words to describe Man City's 4th win. It's
Wow, unexpected.
Wow, crazy. You're so hyped. All right, and then Mr. Typical Gemini guy, 1 or 2 words to describe Man City's fourth title win. This guy looks very happy.
Absolutely controversial and undeserved.
That's fantastic. Coca-Colastic as well. And then Dimitri, 1 or 2 words to describe Manchester City, and this guy's looking like Mickey Mouse. So 1 or 2 words, I guess, about the show Mickey Mouse, if you want to give us a little hoot and a holler. Yeah?
Mi nombre è D.
Okay.
Agento D.
Nice. Bolivia is treating you well. All right, nice. So next news is indeed about the uh-oh. It is about uh-oh, people are crying, people are dying, people are just being people. So if you didn't already know, Liverpool announced a new coach as their coach, which is indeed Arne Slot, who is joining from Feyenoord. So he will formally take up the role on June the 1st. And yes, Slot comes with pedigree, having guided Feyenoord to the Dutch title in 2022-2023 season. He has also been named Eredivisie Manager of the Year in 2 occasions. However, this will be a huge step for the 45-year-old as he takes the reins in one of the biggest jobs in football. He succeeds one of the managerial greats in Liverpool's illustrations history with Jurgen Klopp, restoring the juggernaut status during his 9-year spell at Anfield. Klopp's first show he saw Liverpool with Champions League in the 2018-2019 season, and before winning the club's first ever Premier League title to follow the campaign. Also, honours board under Klopp for Liverpool has been 2 Carabao Energy during cups, including the term as well as the FA Cup in 2021-2022 season. But yes, no pressure for Stott. And it'll be interesting. And Jurgen Klopp was just, I don't care what team you, I guess, watch them play on and what team played Liverpool. I think Klopp was just a banging manager for the Premier League, and he was so funny. And they will miss him. We will miss him. So Solomon, 1 or 2 words for Mr. Jurgen Klopp, I guess.
Um, yeah, to be honest, yeah, it's good for him, good for the Premier League, but yeah, it's a new challenge. Let's see how Liverpool do without Klopp.
It will be interesting. Yes. Paulinho, 1 or 2 words for Mr. Jurgen Teeth Klopp.
Good riddance.
Oh, wow, spicy.
Yeah, it was interesting to see his style in the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm lucky with the timing though.
Yeah. It's sad, but all I can do is say, yeah, so that's about it. Okay. Mr. Typical German guy, 1 or 2 words for a German great, just like you, Mr. German boy. Mr. Jurgen Klopp, what do you gotta say about him?
I think it was nice to see a team that could regularly challenge City, not necessarily in the title race, but in games. And it was just good to see some fair competition in the Premier League. The only concern I have now is that with the leaving of such a revered manager as well as perhaps players in the Liverpool squad, that we're going to see City dominance for the next few years rather than a more even title race. Because
Okay.
truthfully speaking, I don't count Arsenal as a title contender because they choke every single time.
That's a big
Fighting words.
Ooh.
All right.
Yes, very fighting, very spanky. Oh, it's a good word. Okay, and then Dimitri, speaking of spanking, what do you think about this Jurgen Klopp, the guy with the teeth and the nice hard hat?
No, like if we start gentle and then we go on, yeah, yes, I can do that. I don't know. It's like
Ah,
it though if the pricing is standard, like isn't it always included there? I don't know. It's
yeah,
weird now.
yeah. I hate when that happens. All right, thank you for your advice in football. All right, moving on to oof, to the next news. So yes, next news is indeed about Stinkies. Tony Kroos announces his shock retirement days ahead of Champions League final in Euro 2024. If you didn't already know, the legendary midfielder will now end his glittering club career with Real Madrid in Champions League final against Borussia Dortmund on June 1st. So Kroos has won 4 La Liga titles and 4 Champions League titles with the Los Blancos Real Madrid since signing from Bayern Munich in 2014, where he also tasted domestic and European glory. And his glittering career will come to an end later this summer after taking part in the European Championship with the host nation Germany. In a statement on Instagram, the 34, oh, it's only 34, crazy, said, "The day of my presentation at Real Madrid, the day changed my life. My life as a footballer, especially as a person. It was the start of a new chapter, the biggest club in the world after 10 years. At the end of the season, this chapter comes to an end. I will never forget the insolent, successful times." And he just goes on to say a bunch of other stuff about Real Madrid and how they're so cute and lovely. And yep, his compatriots and teammates came back to Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, and said, Gareth Bale, so congrats on an amazing career. Pleasure to play alongside you. And yeah, Kroos made 463 appearances across competitions for Madrid and has been a key immense success in the recent years. He's also featured 46 times this season so far, with his final bow at the club level set to leave come at Wembley Stadium next Saturday against Dortmund. And yeah, prior to his Real Madrid move, he won 3 Bundesligas, 3 DFB Pokals, and the Champions League with Bayern, among other honors. And the midfielders featured 205 in total for the German Giants, scoring 24 goals and assisting 49. The international level Cruz was a part of the Germany squad that won 2014 World Cup in Brazil. He played every single match throughout the tournament and scored 2 goals in the iconic 7-1 final against Brazil. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was shocked to hear about this one. I thought he was going to retire a bit later on and just be a part of the subs of Real Madrid and just I mean he did what he should do. He was done with his career. He ended it at a prestigious and great club, ended it at probably one of the a Champions League final and then in the Europa Euros for international football for Germany. So hey, great for him. And congratulations. Sullivan, 1 or 2 words for Tony Kroos.
I think he have done better than what most people would have expected him when he was in Bayern.
Mhm.
And I think yeah, it's good for him. I mean, I think players should do the same thing, like retire at the top of their game, not wait until they're like told to just yeah, until you lose your respect, until you lose your like your dignity and stuff, and then you have to finally move to the Saudis or like to the MLS or something. Just he's leaving at the top of his game. So it's cool.
Yeah, yeah, good words. And then Paulinho, 1 or 2 words for the German magician.
I understand it. A lot of players have difficulty with movement and like daily activity towards the end of their career, and I can understand either he's getting to that point or he doesn't want to hit that point. So it makes sense. And he has one last chance to win a final tournament, basically complete everything he could possibly have gone out to win. And honestly, I think if he doesn't win this, he's a pretty nonchalant guy. So I don't see it being that big of a deal for him if he doesn't win. And coming back out of retirement, I think is okay with whatever the outcome is.
Fair enough. Okay, and then Wilhelm, another German. Speaking about a German, what do you think about 2 words about Tony Kroos retiring?
I think he's taking Jamie Carragher's advice and leaving football before football leaves him. And we're definitely a great player. He's been important many times for Bayern, Madrid, as well as the national team, especially in 2014. But there's definitely been a noticeable decline in his physicality over this last season or so, in terms of his speed and his ability to recover. I mean, his class will always be there, his ability to pick a pass and hit goals from outside the box. But he's making a conscious decision and leaving at the top, kind of like Lahm did for Bayern a few years ago. So
Mhm.
good for him, and I wish him the best in retirement.
Yeah, nice words. And Dimitri, 1 or 2 words for Tony Kroos. He looks like a llama, so One or two words for the llama population.
That looks like that guy, the oh goodness. Holland Thomas, he is.
Spooderman. I like that. All right, moving on to the next news. So the next news is indeed about stinky. Mauricio, I cannot move it. Sorry. I mean, Mauricio Pochettino leaves Chelsea after meeting with club's hierarchy. So, the Argentine joined the club last summer and guided them to sixth place to finish the season. That's plenty. That's had plenty of setbacks. But just 2 days after the conclusion of the season, the former Tottenham boss has left the club. The decision comes after meeting with sporting director Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart, as well as co-controlling owner Bedad Edbali over 2 days. Yeah. The Chelsea players weren't informed before their story broke and were fully supportive of Pochettino, who is set to bank 3 million following this departure. Crazy. A club statement reads: Chelsea FC can confirm that the club and Mauricio Pochettino have mutually agreed to part ways. Sporting directors Lawrence Stewart and Paul Willingston said, "On behalf of everyone at Chelsea, we would like to express our gratitude to Mauricio and his service this season. He will be welcome back anytime at Stamford Bridge, and we wish him the best in his future coaching career." Pochettino said also this: "Thank you to Chelsea ownership group and sporting directors for the opportunity to be a part of the football club's history. The club is well known, well positioned now, and to keep it moving is being great. Forward for the Premier League and Europa League for years to come. Jesus Perez, Miguel Androsi, Tony Jimenez, Sebastiano Pochettino have left the club with Mauricio as well too. And his brother played. I mean, was a coaching staff alongside him. Nice. The club will make no further comment until such time as a new head coach is appointed. And yep, Pochettino's contract was supposed to expire next summer, but yeah, they let him go. A lot of players went on Twitter and were kind of angry about this. They put like Jackson put a picture of himself with the coach and put a shake my head emoji. Other people said thank you for your opportunity. Cole Palmer as well too, because he did shine very greatly under him. And yeah, it was a shock to everybody, to me, to yeah, just yeah. I don't know what to say. But yes, Selman, I guess I could just ask you first, Chelsea fan here. 1 or 2 words about Mauricio Pochettino leaving.
I think it's just it's weird. It's weird how they arrive at this decision, and then they say they want to build a long-term like project around like young players and around like a identity like they have with Liverpool or City, but they just keep changing or like keep firing managers. Like we're in like fourth or fifth managers in just a couple of seasons, and it's just weird. It's just like I heard somebody just said like the circus continues. It's
Mhm.
weird, but it's weird. I didn't expect it. I mean, he wasn't great. He wasn't doing such a great, but he was also a manager that takes a couple of seasons to build something, to yeah, to create something special. And he was doing that. I think towards the end of the season, it was dreadful season, but at the same time, towards the end, I think Chelsea was yeah, they were to
Okay.
here and a lot of players were coming.
Mhm. Lovely. Okay. Paulinho, 1 or 2 words for Mr. Mauricio Pochettino leaving the club.
Well, it's really hard to understand the vision of the ownership if they're getting rid of him here. So since the ownership has started, they started with Tuchel, and with all the managers they're firing, it looks like they want to win now. Yet Tuchel was a win now kind of manager. Managers that hired before, like sorry, he's a kind of a win now manager. So is Conte, and now they're getting a bunch of project managers. And as soon as stuff starts going right, like at the end of the season now, with a group of young players who the manager's meant to develop, they get rid of him, which doesn't really make a lot of sense, especially with all with the age of the squad. It's so young, and with them changing manager over and over again and changing styles, It's gonna really hinder the development.
Straight facts right there. Straight facts right there. Okay. Yep. Uh, typical German guy. 1 or 2 words for Mr. Mauricio Pochettino in a decision.
I have to say, I'm very confused at what Chelsea's doing right now because, like everybody sort of mentioned, they claim they're trying to build a system that routinely produces a plethora of young talent as well as both domestic and international success, and yet they keep self-sabotaging. So at this point, you really have to wonder: is there from someone from Man City running everything that's just putting Chelsea under the boot, or what? Because
Arsenal.
half the decisions aren't making any sense.
Yep.
Or yeah, you can have the nice stadium all you want, but it doesn't matter if you don't play nice football at the end of the day.
Not even that nice of a stadium. One of the smallest stadiums in the Premier League currently. So
It was all right.
yeah, I know. Great atmosphere. Crazy fans. No. Okay. And then of course Agent Dimitri, 1 or 2 words about the grumpy cat that is currently Mauricio Pochettino. He looks very sad. He needs a pick me up. Yeah,
Grumpy.
yeah.
Agreed.
Okay, great. Love that. That was
Mm.
all right. On to the next news crisis. So yes, next news is indeed about talked about this a little before. Vincent Company closes in on move to Bayern Munich despite Mauricio Pochettino availability. Yep, didn't already know. Burnley boss Company emerged as a surprise contender to replace Thomas Tuchel and looks to take the job. And Mauricio Pochettino also becomes a possible candidate after his shock Chelsea exit. After 1 season in charge, but Company was keen on the Bayern job, remains the frontrunner despite Pochettino's sudden availability. The Man City legend guided Burnley back into the Premier League. However, the Clarets were sent straight back down this season after they finished 19th in the table with just 24 points. A move to Bayern would be a massive step for Company, who's been in charge at Turf Moor for 2 years before he managed the Belgium club Anderlecht. And Bayern endured a torrid season of having their own not won the Bundesliga for the first time in 12 years. And despite signing England captain Harry Kane in a high-profile move last summer, Bayern had ended the club campaign trophyless, something that hasn't happened since the 2011-2012 season. The German Giants' search for a new manager has been something of a goose chase and have endured many setbacks. They were interested in recruiting Xabi Alonso, who masterminded Bayern Leverkusen's incredible Bundesliga title-winning campaign, which has also seen the first-time German champions go an entire season unbeaten. But the Spaniard has decided to remain at there as well too. Bayern also showed interest in Oliver Glasner, who's made a great impact signing a Crystal Palace job in February after joining from Frankfurt. But the pursuit of Alonso has materialized as Glasner and Palace are not looking to be a part of the company. It was reported that Bayern tried to get Tuchel to come back to the club despite announcing earlier in the season that they would not leave the summer. The former Chelsea boss understood that to be keen on a return to the Premier League after 14 months at the helm of Bavaria. He had been linked with Manchester United job amid uncertainty over Erik ten Hag's future at the club, and he is understand that he is not in contention to refill the Chelsea job as well too. Should Tuchel leave Bayern, he will go on to the next job to come back of a failure and win a trophy at the world's biggest club. Yeah, and uh I don't know if there's any more people they tried contacting. Yeah, Zidane as well too, but he said the big no. Yeah, I can first ask the Bayern fan here, and we did talk about this a little bit before the show. Just 1 or 2 words about Vincent Company coming to Bayern, I guess.
I feel like overall, Vincent Company, tactically speaking, is sound and has some good ideas that may work well with the current squad Bayern has. However, at the same time, I think he really lacks any major coaching roles in any of the larger teams, particularly in a stable environment, because what he's going to be coming into a Bayern, assuming they do in fact 100% confirm this, is an unstable dressing room, which, as we've seen in the past, never ends well for the coaches because all it takes is the players kicking them out, and the next thing you know, they're fired halfway through the season, and then we're stuck trying to figure out how to fix whatever shambles are left. So I think what Bayern really needs, even if it's not necessarily a permanent solution, is somebody with experience who can handle the egos in that dressing room that are currently present there, as well as handle the hierarchy, because that's been a big issue that Bayern's been having for the last few years. Is too many people on the board and other hierarchical positions getting involved in the business they shouldn't. So I'm not particularly excited about it. I'm just at this point desperate for the club to have some kind of a coach, even if it is company, just somebody, so that way they can start building something up over the summer.
Yep, fair. Thank you. Solomon, you got 1 or 2 words for Vincent Company possibly joining the Pretzel Germans?
I don't know. I feel like he's a bit too unexperienced. I understand that he has managed a Premier League side, but I think he still needs to hop and skip a couple of other places before he goes to a big club like Bayern. And I don't know. I think it's gonna be a misery because if you ruin your career like that, I think it's hard to come back. Especially if they end up they do require to win some sort of trophies. It's like it's a winning mentality out there, and then they're used to it as well. It's pretty hard to go 2 season, 4 season. They won a league 10 times in a row, or like they won some sort of silverware like
11.
for 10 years straight. So it's pretty hard. I don't know. I think it's a little bit too inexperienced for the manager and also for the club, and then also the other players. I think they're a bunch of egos as well, especially like the big signings that they have right now. So I don't think it's a good fit, and I don't see it happening as well. As long as I don't know, I just don't see it. I don't think it's a good match. I think you just should work on bringing Burnley to the Premier League and then go from there, I think.
Okay, fair enough. Paulinho, we got 1 or 2 words for Mr. Vincent Company.
Yeah, well, given the options on the market, like the managerial market really is not that good right now. There's a few coaches that emerged, like Sebastian Hoeneß of Stuttgart, Michel from Girona, and Thiago Motta from Bologna. But all of them either like don't fit the style, aren't used to the league, or don't want to leave their clubs. So it's understandable. And then you see company who had a team that was more dominant in his league in the championship as a young coach, and that has to be what they've gone off of. I can understand in that way maybe why they would take a punt on it. It's really risky, but they've seen what he could do with a dominant team within the league. Maybe they like the play style and the vision. That's probably the best reason I can see for it. And he works at Anderlecht with a lot of young players.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, his youth development was definitely there when he was with Anderlecht. So I'm sure Bayern definitely has a good youth development system as well too there. So you can definitely relate to the young players and work with them to bring them forward to the team instead of having to buy all these signings or bring other players from the Bundesliga. Farming. Just kidding. But yeah, cool. Lovely. Yes. Dimitri, 1 or 2 words about Megamind over here trying to save the city of Munich. Megamind.
Yes, I do. I like the Blue Man.
Okay, Blue Man Group. Love their stuff. All right, on to the last news of the show, which is indeed about yes, it is indeed about Mr. Arsene Wenger. Love that stuff. So yes, if you didn't already know, Arsene Wenger is set to preserve with radical new offside rule to change for the first time in 30 years. So the current rules deem a player offside in any part of the head, body, or feet is closer to the opponent's goal line than both of the ball and the second last opposition player. We all know the offside rule. And yes, these regulations have been in place since 1990, but Arsenal boss Wenger wants to change this for the first time in over 30 years. Wenger, who now serves as chief of global football development for FIFA, believes that any part of the body that a player can score from is still in line with the defender. They are onside. The report suggests that such a change to the rules would mean there needs to be daylight between the attacker and defender for an offside to be called. The results from trials in Sweden, Italy, and Netherlands are said to have convinced Wenger ahead to push the change of football's lawmaking body, International Football Board, IFAB. One concern of his proposal, in fact, could be offer attackers too much an advantage when running towards goal, but Wenger is eager for the football to take on a suggested new law as swiftly as possible. And yes, the 74-year-old is set to be pressured into contending more trials at senior levels of football through. And he said this, the discussions around the changing the offside law is new and it is not something we will introduce at the higher levels immediately. And yeah, basically saying that he wants to. I'm pretty sure FIFA's definitely pushing him to do this, but I don't know if it will go through or if it will not go through, and it'll be interesting. It'll make imagine Mbappe going against like a Maguire or another slow defender, maybe Amrabat. That would be insane. But if you don't already know, it's like someone's toe can be aligned. A defender's like toe can be aligned with the back of an offender's toe, and that will still be on side. So any part of the body can be forward, but if you're like, it has to be aligned with the defender. So yeah, where now it's like you have to be equal. The farthest part of the attacker's body has to be equal with any part of the defender's body. So yeah, the other ones, the new rule is that any part of the attacker's body can be up front and in front of the defender's body as long as it is still, I guess, in front or behind as like the defender. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you get what I'm saying, but yes, interesting. Solomon, you got one or two words for this new rule change?
Well, I thought it was just if any part of the body that's not used is offside, then it's onside. So like I don't know, your arm sticking out is not going to be on offside, but I think it's I think it's the what is this thing called? Like the red herring. It's just trying to look for the smallest margin possible. Just somebody's offside. Oh, it's offside. It's just what it looks. Yeah, somebody can tell when an offside is offside. I don't know. I think the current rule is just fine. It's just that the inconsistency is the problem.
Yes, agreed. Okay, nice. Paulinho, one or two words for this possible rule change.
I'm assuming they're doing it so that they can get more goals, and
Yep.
that would mean more money.
Exactly.
I mean, it'll be the same on both sides, so I guess it's even. But I guess that'll mean that teams will recruit more for physicality, and basically having big, fast defenders is going to be more and more important. That's going to change with the youth systems and everything. Like players being undersized or slow is just going to be even more of an issue. So
Yep.
it's just moving more towards physicality.
100%, 100% right. And then typical German guy, what do you think about this new rule change? Very interesting.
To be honest, I think it's going to be an absolute nightmare for managers to go through. I think you're going to see, because some defenders in this day and age, I mean, some of them are pretty fast, but this, the standard rule of thumb is that typically your attacking wingers and strikers, tend to be able to outrun them.
Mhm.
So, and that's even with the current offside rule, which kind of makes it a little more difficult to gain an advantage. But I mean, if you give, like everybody was mentioning, if you give somebody like Mbappe or Dembele the opportunity to get behind Amrabat or Maguire or even Rudiger, I mean, they're gonna smoke them every single time. And
Mhm.
sure, there'll be more goals. Sure, there will be more quote unquote excitement in the matches, but I think it's just another example of how out of touch modern football is with the game overall. Because sometimes a good game does end in a tie, but it ends in a tie because two teams played really great, but nobody could break the deadlock. So
Preach. Preach to the choir. Okay. Lovely that. And
yes.
Dimitri, you got 1 or 2 words for Harry Potter on the screen, or maybe this is the headmaster of Harry Potter. I don't know the movie that well. Never watched it. I know, very sad.
I know him. I know him. He is from Harry Potter. He is he yeah, that guy.
Voldemort?
No, I'm pretty sure the Voldemort is his uncle. Um, I think this is the Hagrid.
Hagrid, yes, the guy with the
Yeah,
big
the
beard.
headmaster. No, the
Oh,
headmaster. Yeah, with glasses.
okay, you're right. You know what? My bad. You got it. All right, well, everybody, that was indeed the breaking news for the show. And now let us go on to a great time, which is indeed the Premier League. And with our mascot, Mr. Emi Martinez, high off his horse, going like, guys, I don't know. That was last episode. Go check it out. That was a fun time. Solomon told me to put this on, and that is staying for next season. Love that. Okay. If you didn't already know, first place is the 4th consecutive league winner for Premier League, Manchester City. So cool. Very fun. Second place is Arsenal. Third place is Liverpool. Fourth place is Aston Villa. I'm just going down the table because this was the last game of the season. Fifth place, Tottenham. Sixth place, Chelsea. Seventh place, Newcastle. Eighth place, Manchester United. Ninth place, West Ham United. 10th place, Crystal Palace. 11th place, Brighton. 12th place, Bournemouth. 13th place, Fulham. 14th place, Wolves. 15th place, Everton. 16th place, Brentford. And 17th place, Nottingham Forest, just getting out. Then the relegated teams are Luton Town, Burnley, and Sheffield United. All these teams that were promoted actually last year went back down. Crazy. Match day 38, let's get into the games. First game was Liverpool Wolves. 2-0 for Liverpool. Comfortable win for Liverpool and red card for Wolves being naughty. Second game, Sheffield United and Tottenham. 0-3 for Tottenham, beating Sheffield United at their home. So yes, easy win for Tottenham. And yeah, bringing them up to Europa League spot. Luton Town and Fulham, 2-4 for Fulham. And yeah, beating Luton Town at the home stadium. But yes, great job for Fulham. Next game, Brighton, Manchester United, 0-2 for Manchester United, beating Brighton at the home. United finally doing well at the last game of the season. So yeah, great job for them. Bringing them to 8th place. Man City next game and West Ham. They needed to lose this for Arsenal to win. But yes, it is Man City. It is the end of season form, which is an end game in general. So yes, 3-1 for Man City, and Phil Foden just proving why he was a Premier League player of the season. Tactical and brilliance. Arsenal and Everton, 2-1 for Arsenal. Not enough. They need Man City to lose, and yeah, sad times for Arsenal, losing yet again another title. And then next game, Brentford and Newcastle, 2-4 for Newcastle, being Brentford at their home stadium in London. And yeah, great win for Newcastle, bringing them up to 7th place, so possibly getting Europa Conference League. Then Crystal Palace and Aston Villa, 5-0 for Crystal Palace, battering Aston Villa at their home. And yeah, great win for Crystal Palace. And yeah, Aston Villa still in Champions League position. Burnley and Nottingham Forest, 2-1 for Nottingham Forest, beating Burnley at the home stadium. And yeah, great win for them and staying in the Premier League. Chelsea and Bournemouth, 2-1, shaky game for Chelsea, but yes, getting the win in the end. And yep, possibly getting Europa League if Man City win against Manchester United this weekend in I believe the FA Cup. So yeah, we'll see that. I guess I can just ask a Chelsea fan, Solomon, what is your review for Chelsea this season? You can just give a couple words, I guess, about your favorite team, because that would be interesting and interesting. Maybe another interesting as well. So that.
I don't know. I would really like your take, but I thought it was going pretty bad. We were mid-table all the way, and then somehow after the New Year's, we made like pretty great strides. I know there's like a lot of injuries, and there's some setbacks, new managers and stuff, but I think if we ended up getting a Europa League spot and everyone becomes into full fitness over the summer, it's going to be great. But this past season was a throwaway season. I didn't think we were going to be anywhere where we are right now, to be honest, looking at the half of the season. So I think I mean, yeah, it's a mediocre season, but also it's a good spot to be on the sixth, and then possibly good for Europa League spot. So I think it's all right. It's all right. You know what I mean? I mean, we'd like to be better, but like all the odds, I think it's best.
Yeah, fair enough. We'll see how they do with the next manager, whoever it is. It's gonna be great. Okay. I guess anybody else want to say anything about this Premier League season? Paulinho, typical German guy. Dimitri, I'm sure you've got something to say about this. If anyone wants to jump.
I don't know. To be honest, I think my biggest personal disappointment was Luton Town not staying up. Because there were quite a few games against the big six in the Premier League that they played exceptionally well. It's just they kept letting themselves down in the last 20 25 minutes of the game and letting in unnecessary goals, because otherwise they could have hypothetically they could have probably stayed up. And I mean, nothing can beat that atmosphere. I mean, yes, it's a small stadium, yes, it's not particularly modern, but I mean you need some of that in the modern game to kind of keep traditions and things alive. So
yep, facts, mac and cheese. Yeah, lovely. Pauline, you got anything you want to say about Premier League? Yeah, I don't know.
I think a lot of the table is pretty predictable.
Yep.
Everton actually did a lot better than people expected. They had the 10-point deduction and very easily escape relegation. I think a lot of people were thinking maybe they'll fall into it, but I think they have a good future ahead of them. Otherwise,
okay.
Otherwise, I feel like the rest of it was pretty expected.
Okay. Yeah, true. Very true. Great. Lovely. We can go on now to La Liga. So yeah. Next one is La Liga. With first place is the title winners, Real Madrid. Shocking. Second place is Barcelona. Third place is Girona. Fourth place is Atletico Madrid. Fifth place Athletic Club. And sixth place Real Sociedad. Then down the table, 18th place is Cadiz. 19th place is Granada. And 20th place is Armenia. Match week 37, let us get into it. So yes, this is the second to last match week, and next week's or this week maybe, that might be the last match week, but yeah. Yes, first game, Alaves and Getafe. 1-0 for Alaves and a red card for Getafe, being naughty. Barcelona and Real Vallecano, 3-0 for Barcelona. Granada and Celta Vigo, 1-2 for Celta Vigo. Valencia and Girona, 1-3 for Girona. Girona still third place, doing great. Atletico Madrid and Osasuna, 1-4 for Osasuna and a red card for nobody because everybody was so nice. Oh, wow, Atletico Madrid, crazy. Still, they are in fourth place right now. Then it is Cadiz and Las Palmas, 0-0, and a red card for Gades being naughty naughty. Real Betis and Real Sociedad 0-2 for Real Sociedad. And yeah, great win for them, bringing them up to Europa League. Mallorca and Armea 2-2, a draw for both teams. Yeah. Villarreal and Real Madrid, great game here if you want to go watch some highlights. 4-4 for both teams, and yes, Real Madrid already won, and Villarreal currently sit in 8th place. Then Athletic Club and Sevilla 2-0 for Athletic Club, and yeah, great win for them, bringing them up to a good 5th place, which is in the Europa League. I guess I can just ask about Atletico Madrid. Mr. Paulinho, got anything you want to say about your favorite club? And yeah, you guys lost 4-1. That is a bit tough, I might say. That's not good. Kane.
Yeah, I mean, after the first goal, and I would say mainly after halftime, the team just didn't look like they were interested.
Yeah.
Towards the end, I don't know what Simeone was trying. I mean, we had Vermeeren came on. He actually played really well, but he hadn't played in so long. I think that they're just they were not playing him before, so they could avoid paying for add-ons that would have happened this season. So he came on, looked really good. DePaul in a midfield too. It just didn't really look like it worked. And then playing Raquelme on the right and Griezmann on the left didn't really make a lot of sense. Since Raquelme likes to cut in. And then Griezmann didn't really get his free roll and kind of didn't really even play with that much intensity. He got moved out to the left. And then Morata and Depay just didn't really work at all up front. So I think he was trying some stuff and giving a lot of players who it's going to be their last game a little bit of a last showing at home and a bit of a goodbye. That's what it seemed like to me, because I think Morata was like crying at full time and gave his jersey away, so I think he's leaving. It looks like Depay's leaving. Looks like Savic is leaving. It looks like those are like the main 3 that I think were leaving that played, and then so is Gabriel Paulista. I think he's also gonna leave. But I think he was just giving them all like a last run out.
That's nice. I mean, we'll talk about signings another time, honestly, but yeah, we'll talk. It's not done yet. End of season performance. We'll talk about that another time too. Okay, lovely. That was the La Liga. Solomon, you got anything you want to say about Real Madrid? Villarreal? Because Real Madrid is your favorite team, correct?
No, Atletico Madrid.
Yeah,
I think I thought Girona did pretty good. Is this still 3rd? I think they were leading for the better part of like the season, but La Liga I don't follow that much. So, I mean, yeah, it's typical. It's one dominant or 2 dominant teams that wins over and over, and then there's merely any surprises. But the 2 teams that are very dominant are pretty good. Again, we can see this. Real Madrid is constantly in the Champions League, winning the Champions League, winning trebles, and it's just But I mean, I don't follow this league pretty much as closely as the Premier League. I think it's just 1 or 2 teams league, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Sure. Okay, moving on to the next one, which is Mitsumi Mario League. Yep. Huh?
I was gonna give a more overall thing for the league.
Oh, okay.
So I think the Champions League chasing teams, so Real Sociedad, Athletic Club, and Girona, all actually have something to build on. So I think next season could be really exciting.
Okay.
And then Real Betis and Villarreal can do something, but they don't really have money. If they can figure something out with the defense mainly,
Dowdy.
I think they can both just be really solid teams, but there's not really a lot of holes in Athletic Club and Real Sociedad, and they have pretty young teams. Girona doesn't look like they're going to get picked apart, so I think next season is going to be really competitive.
Nice. Okay, lovely. Moving on to the Italian league, which is Serie A. First place is indeed Inter Milano. Second place is AC Milano. Third place is Bologna. Fourth place is Juventus. Fifth place is Atalanta. Sixth place is Roma. Down the table, 18th place is Empoli. 19th place is Sassuolo. And 20th place is Salernitana. Match day 37, let's get into it. This is the second last match day, so this week will be the last match day. First game, Fiorentina and Napoli, 2-2. Great tie for Fiorentina, honestly, and yeah, Napoli's still not doing well. Next game, Lecce and Atalanta, 0-2 for Atalanta, who are the European champions. They will talk about that in a second. Torino and Milano, 3-1 for Milano, and yeah, great win for them. Then next is Sassuolo and Cagliari, 0-2 for Cagliari, great win for them, and a red card for Sassuolo as well too. Being naughty. Udinese and Empoli 1-1, a draw there, and a red card for Empoli being naughty. Monza and Frosinone 0-1 for Frosinone. Inter Milano and Lazio 1-1. I mean, Inter Milano already won the league and won the Scudetto, so yeah, great win for them, and surprise, surprise. Roma and Genoa 1-0 for Roma, and a red card for Roma being naughty. And Salernitana in Verona 1-2 for Verona. Verona beating Salernitana at their home. Good win for them. And Bologna and Juventus, a great game here if you want to go watch some highlights. 3-3, 3-3 here. And yeah, Juventus currently sit in Champions League position with Bologna above them as well too. So yeah, great. Anybody want to say anything about the Italian league? I did watch Inter, and yeah, sad times, but they're already won, so it doesn't really matter anyways. Lovely.
I can say something if no one else is able to. I mean, I think Sassuolo getting relegated is huge. Like, you have some big players in that team. Like, Domenico Berardi is about to get relegated. If he plays in the second division, that would be absolutely insane. Hopefully he gets picked off to maybe like Napoli. Napoli really needs a right winger. Maybe Roma, because they might lose Dybala. There's plenty of good places he could go. Bologna had a great season. A new, young, exciting coach came out of it. So that's great to see. And it looks like they could lose some of their players, but most of their players were permanent. So they should still be exciting next season. And then with the 9 European spots, one of Torino or Napoli having a crap season could still get into Europe, which would be insane. Or Torino, like a really historic team, could be back in Europe after such a long time.
Yep.
Which would both be really cool storylines.
That'll be very cool. Yep. Salman, anything you want to say about the Italian league? Yes.
Well, congrats to Inter for winning the league like 20 times already. And the one thing that I saw, that Mr. Thuram and his son won it, both at their prime.
Yep.
And it was kind of cool to see them celebrating that. And then, well, we'll see how the kid looks like with 2 stars next season. But it's just weird, the difference between the first place and the second place. It's like 20 points, 21 points, and then the gap even widens when you're looking at between the third or the fourth or the last. It's just weird. But yeah, it's a good league. I actually like the Italian league better than the La Liga. I just think it's super competitive, and it's a little bit more competitive than that. But again, it's cool.
Very
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, nothing that adds to this conversation really.
Lovely. All right, moving on to the Bundesliga. So, yep, first place is the Invincibles. Never been done in German football before. Bayern never losing. Leverkusen. Second place is Stuttgart. Third place is Bayern München. Fourth place is Leipzig. Fifth place is Dortmund. Sixth place is Eintracht Frankfurt. Down the table, 16th place is Bochum. 17th place is Köln. And 18th place is Darmstadt. Match day 34 out of 34. This actually, honestly, I could say the whole thing. So yeah, 7th place is Hoffenheim. 8th place is Heidenheim. 9th place is Werder Bremen. 10th place is Freiburg. 11th place is Augsburg. 12th place is Wolfsburg. 5th place is Mainz. 4th place is Bayern Munich Gladbach. Borussia Mönchengladbach, damn it. 5th place, 15th place is Union Berlin. And yeah. Cool. Yep, so last match day of the season it was Union Berlin versus Freiburg, 2-1 for Union Berlin. Great win for them, keep them out of relegation. Then it was Hoffenheim and Bayern Munich, 4-2 for Bayern. Sorry, JK, Hoffenheim. And yeah, Bayern Munich was leading 2-0 at halftime with Alphonso Davies scoring. And yeah, no, Hoffenheim came back and yeah, got themselves into the Europa Conference League. Next one is Wolfsburg and Mainz, 1-3 for Mainz. Great win for them, keeping them out of relegation. Next one is Bayern never losing, 2-1 for Bayern Leverkusen. And yep, continuing the invincible season, making it clear. Next one is Eintracht Frankfurt and RB Leipzig. Great game here, 2-2. And yep, Eintracht Frankfurt getting Europa League. Great job for them. And Leipzig keeping the dream alive with some Champions League. The next one is Dortmund and Darmstadt, 4-0 for the current Champions League finalist. And yeah, great win for them. And that was, yes, Marco Reus's last game for Dortmund. And yeah, shout out to the captain of Dortmund. Then it was Stuttgart versus Bayern. Borussia Mönchengladbach, damn it. 4-0 for Stuttgart. And yeah, great job for them, keeping them in second place. Great job. Then Werder Bremen and Bochum, 4-1 for Werder Bremen. Good job for them. Then Heidenheim and Köln, 4-1 for Heidenheim. And honestly, great season for Heidenheim. Just got promoted to the Bundesliga from Bundesliga 2. And yeah, great job for them, honestly. Anybody want to say anything about the Bundesliga season? Any teams you want to talk about? There's a lot of interesting things happening. A lot of interesting things.
I'll start off. I thought Stuttgart had a great season.
sure.
Yeah, I mean, was last season or the season before were they relegation playoff? Was that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
Or at least, yeah, they were down there, and they've really come back. I don't. When was Sebastian Hoeneß appointed? I need to look at that, but
2 seasons ago.
Oh, well, he's done a great job with them. Yeah, Heidenheim was a lot of people's favorites to go down or even for last place, so that's pretty incredible. The great Eintracht Frankfurt in Europe.
Brother. Hell yeah, brother.
So I would say Köln's probably the biggest team in the top 5 leagues to get relegated, so that's pretty sad.
Yeah.
It's sort of a pretty big derby in Germany, Köln against Gladbach. So that's pretty sad to see. Yeah, especially if you saw the highlights of the game and saw players' reaction after. I mean, they just got like destroyed that game.
Yeah, I mean, Bayern Munich, this was their worst season, I think, since like 19 something. 3rd place, which is, you know, in some other leagues that would be great for them. Great for other Bayern Munich, the giants of Bundesliga, winning for the past 11 years. No, this.
Are you putting money on them winning next year?
Ooh, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Really wouldn't be surprised, but
I would put something on it.
Xabi Alonso is staying, so if he can do what he did this season, maybe bringing a couple more players that can, not leave the team to win, not leave the team this chance to win. The past couple of games they've been winning in the last 10 minutes of the game. Not even that. Last.
And they lost today too. They've been proven beatable.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But they were the Invincibles for the Bundesliga, which was still crazy. I don't know which team is better, honestly, the Arsenal team or this Bayern Leverkusen team, because
I mean,
that Arsenal team did go up against some atrocious Premier League sides, which, these days you'll see Premier League sides look much stronger, but yeah, I don't know. It's a great team. It's a great team. All I gotta say. Solomon, got anything you want to say about Bundesliga?
No, really. Dortmund just won the last game, and that was the last game for Marco Ruiz.
Yep.
Yeah, and he scored from a free kick. That's pretty much all I
Beautiful
saw.
one.
But it was a nice change for somebody to win it in the way that they did with Leverkusen. And it was just such a refreshing. They haven't lost a single game in the entirety until today. And then, but yeah, again, Dortmund has not been doing great in the Bundesliga this year. They are sitting in 5th place, and it's not so nice. It had been very inconsistent, even though they're playing pretty good. But yeah, I think it would be interesting to see how this ends. But and then how next year how it will go, and what type of young player they will sign, and who they are gonna sell again, and try to see what sort of squad they will bring, because it's kind of interesting experiment they do at Dortmund. To be honest, they bring out very talented players, or they mold talented players, and in some occasions they take back talented players and they put them back where they used to be. And it's an interesting mix, to be honest. I think I can't wait for next season for them, and to see what type of player they will sign and where they will end up as well. And yeah.
Yep, very true. Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. All right, moving on to the next league, which is the Ligue 1. And yeah, PSG already won this, and they had their last team, so we can just talk about this, just at least the standing. So first place, PSG. Second place is Monaco. Third place is Brest. Fourth place is Lille. Fifth place is Nice. Sixth place is Lyon. Seventh place is Lens. Eighth place is Marseille. Ninth place is Reims. 10th place is Rennes. 11th place is Toulouse. 12th place is Montpellier. Third place is Strasbourg. 14th place is Nantes. 15th place is Derby. 16th place is Metz. 17th place is Lorient. And 18th place is Clermont-Foot. So, yeah, PSG, Monaco, and Brest all qualify for Champions League. So yeah, huge for Brest. And Europa League, Lille, and then Europa Conference League, Nice and Lyon. Then Metz are going to go for a qualification to see if they get relegated. Then Lorient and Clermont-Foot get relegated. So yeah. Anything anybody wants to say about the French league, or swiftly moving on? Swiftly moving on. I like this. All right, now it is MLS and Saudi Pro League. So first place in MLS is currently Inter Miami. Messi is over there. That's crazy. And Busquets and Suarez and Alba. So yeah, good job for them. Second place Cincinnati. Third place in New York City FC. Fourth place New York Red Bull. So yeah, cool. It's gonna be interesting to see Giroud going to the MLS with LAFC. Crazy. In the Saudi Pro League with Ronaldo over there. Third place is Al Hilal, and second place is Al Nassr. Third place is Al Saudi, and fourth place is Al Taroun. Fifth place Al Ittihad. Yep, Al Hilal did absolutely great this year. They are currently unbeaten, 29 wins and 3 draws, 0 losses. Yeah, crazy. All right, moving on to now the Champions League, and 1 second, is it the Champions League is going to be not this week but next weekend? So I'm going to leave this right here so we can talk about the next week. So before Champions League at least. But yes, it is Dortmund and Real Madrid in the final for Champions League. Marco Reus's last dance with Dortmund, and as well Toni Kroos's last dance with Real Madrid. They're going to be interesting. We'll talk about this later next week. And what we wanted to talk about more now, the Europa League. Who won it? What happened? Did I eat a waffle this morning? Absolutely did not, but I wish I did because waffles are honestly just, they're amazing. But yeah, enough of me chatting shite. Yes, Atalanta stunned Europa League final, winning against Xabi Alonso's Bayern Leverkusen, unbeatable, 3-0, and each goal was scored by the Nigerian striker Ademola Lookman, scoring in the 12th minute, 26th minute, and 75th minute. All goals were beautiful. I mean, first goal was just positioning and great stuff by him, but yeah, I mean, great win for them. And I guess I can just talk about a little bit of the stats about this match because it was an interesting match, at least to say the least. So yeah, 10 shots to 10 shots both teams had, 7-3 for Atalanta, 33 to 67% possession for Bayern Leverkusen. And yeah, sure. I didn't think that this was gonna happen. I didn't think Atalanta. I didn't watch them as much this season, but Gamaka, De Ketelaere, and Lookman, and yeah, just the Atalanta squad with Gasolini. What's the coach's name again? I need to familiarize myself with
Gasperini.
Gasperini. Yes, good. I mean, I think he would be a good coach for some other Champions League side, but honestly, what he has at Atalanta right now is great. Yeah, but yeah, congratulations to Atalanta for winning the Europa League, and I don't know if they've ever won it before. So yeah, congratulations to them. I don't know. Anybody else want to say anything about this match that happened? It was a great match. So, Polino?
I mean, yeah, it was Atalanta's first ever European trophy, which is great for them. And this is really, I think, the first time that Leverkusen has come up against a team similar to them. Atalanta's always been a really high pressing side with wing backs. Really similar system to Leverkusen, maybe a little bit more direct on the counter attack and with their high press, but it was kind of fighting fire on fire, and then with the system Leverkusen's used to, and Atalanta just completely took advantage of them. Leverkusen wasn't able to just like completely crowd around the box like they do a lot of the times at the end of matches, for example. And they weren't able to hit him on the break. Leverkusen just did Atalanta did a great job shutting down the midfield with Koopmeiners and Ederson, and kind of just completely nullified the Bayer Leverkusen team.
Fair enough. Great point. And might I just say, Sullivan, do you know someone by the name of David Zappacosta? Ring a bell? Ring any bells of the bells?
Yes.
Hmm?
I feel like David.
He was a wingback for Chelsea at a point.
Yes. That's why I was like, this feels like a trick question, one of those. But yeah.
Yeah.
Any significance? When did you bring this up?
What?
Any significance?
I mean, no, dude, this guy is so good.
Yeah, he's been really good for Atalanta.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I don't know why Chelsea let him go. Maybe because of his age, but
Yeah.
he was so class.
Higuain? Yeah, a little bit.
How old is he right now? I don't even know. I think he's in his like 30, 34, 35, something like that. That's my best guess. Maybe.
Oh,
Anybody want to go?
let's see. Replicas.
Or you're asking for his age? I think he's like early 30s.
Really? What I feel like he was like one of those Chelsea legends or something. Zappacosta, like
Confirm.
Yeah, he's 31.
30. Wow. Okay.
wow. Yeah. Oh,
Well, he
I
was in
see
Italy
that.
for a while before he came to Chelsea.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
I
is
think he was
crazy,
only
dude.
there for 2 seasons, something like that.
He was at he was on loan for 2 seasons away. Or 3 seasons maybe even.
Yeah.
No, 2.
Dude, there are some Chelsea players which have like you forget that they played for Chelsea, and you're like, oh, you're like, I didn't even remember like ever seen him in a Chelsea shirt, but I guess it's in one of his. But yeah, that's
He
and
was at the with Eden Hazard.
that's correct. No. I remember him. I remember, but it's just that it had been crazy transfer seasons, and it's hard to come like to count all or like to keep in mind all the transfer, all the loan players, and all the outgoing, ingoing. It's just crazy. But yeah, I do remember him. I'm looking at him like what do I feel like he was a lot older than what he is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
It's good for him. There's a lot of good players that actually won today with Atalanta. I thought they had a good tactical. I was just watching the highlights, and they looked like they did their homework. And then also when you look at them when they were playing Liverpool, I thought they did a pretty good job. At that time, Liverpool was pretty good as well. They had no injury, but the way they played it was very dominant. And then the way that Leverkusen liked to play short passes, and they had them crowded like every chance they get. I think it looks from the highlight that I saw, it looks like they did their like absolute best. And then I I saw Lookman playing Nigeria versus Ivory Coast. I thought he was such a bright spot in the Nigerian squad, more than more than Victor Osimhen. I thought he was such a I thought he played for like way better teams, and then I look at him today. He scores hat trick again, but I thought he's such a yeah. Yeah, he's such a good player, but he's way deserved for this. And it's pretty hard to score a hat trick and a final, but he made it look easy, and he's such a good player. I hope he signs well for a better team, and he plays for more trophies than Europa League. To see him Champions League next year, it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, very true. And yeah, honestly, Xabi Alonso's side, congratulations to them. They did lose today after 51 games unbeaten. And the decision not to start Patrick Schick or Victor Boniface was a bit concerning to me, and they didn't put a actual 9 in, so that was very odd. But then again, Atalanta, their pressing this game was, I don't know what they put in their water, or they put Red Bull. Don't drink Red Bull, but yep, those players are running their heads off, and deserved win for them. Can't say anything else besides that. So yeah, great job for them. Yeah, we can now move on to the next competition, which is indeed the Europa Conference League, which is going to happen next Wednesday. So we'll talk about that next Wednesday when it does happen. But it is Olympiacos, the Greek side, versus Fiorentina, the Italian side. And I guess I can just ask our guests on the show right now, who do you think is going to win that? And I will start with Solomon. Do you think the Greek side will win, or the Italian side will win this game?
I have no dog in this fight, but I think the Italian teams are way I think they're way more competitive defensively and offensively. So I think it's gonna be the Italian team on this one.
Yeah, fair enough. Paulinho, what about you? Who do you think is gonna win this match right here?
I think Fiorentina is going to win it and redeem themselves after last year. And I think this is the I think I saw this was the second ever Greek side to make a European Cup final. So it's
true.
exciting for them.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw Olympiacos to win this because this guy right here has been on freaking fire and Nasser. So yeah, shout out to him. And hopefully they do great in the final and it'll be interesting and excited to know what's gonna happen. But yes, everybody, we are now going to go to one of our favorite times of the Golden Goal Show, which is indeed the Golden Goal Show football quiz. Hooray! Excited and saying so let us
Welcome everyone, everybody, and everything to the Golden Goal Show football quiz. Our guests today will have 10 seconds to answer each of the 10 football-related multiple-choice questions. Woo wow woo. Whoever has the most answers correct by the end of the quiz wins a huge prize. Wow, maybe not, I dunno. I don't work here. Anyways, good luck, and may the odds be ever in your favor.
So yes, love good stuff and all of this. And it's gonna be the quiz based on FIFA World Cup. So yes, no more. They just do more. Yep, let's go ahead and start. 3, 2, 1. Never thought I'd say that. All right, first question. Who is the champion of the FIFA World Cup in 2010 South Africa? Was it Netherlands, Spain, Germany, or Brazil? 10 seconds. Okay, so
Spain.
Netherlands, Spain, yep. Anything.
Can you see the options one more time?
Netherlands, Spain, Germany, Brazil.
Brazil.
Okay. Mr. Polino?
Did you hear my answer?
I did.
I said Spain.
Okay. I heard the face palm from over here. Yeah, Dimitri, what about you, mate? Who do you think won the FIFA World Cup in 2010? Was it Netherlands, Spain, Germany, or Brazil?
My always answer for this quiz will be number 3
Okay, so Germany.
with
Close.
extra dip. Yeah.
Extra dip in good shit. All right, though the correct answer is indeed Dimitri. Surprisingly, you got it incorrect. Solomon, I heard the pace fall from miles and miles away. Correct. It is not Brazil. The correct answer is Spain, and they were the champions for FIFA 2010. They defeated Netherlands in the final match with Iniesta scoring 1-0 in extra time. So yeah, securing their first ever World Cup title. So Solomon, what the heck, mate? What happened?
I knew it. No, I knew it. As soon as he said it, I thought I don't know why I didn't hear it, but yeah.
Fair.
The
Okay,
Brazil
question number
sounds
2.
good.
Paulinho is winning. Who were the champions of the FIFA World Cup in 2006? Was it Brazil, Italy, Germany, or France? You have 10 seconds.
I will answer Italy.
Okay. What about you, Mr. Solomon? Brazil?
Yeah, but no, Italy as well.
Okay. Did you know that?
No, I knew. I
Okay,
wanted
well.
I wanted to say Brazil though, even though it's wrong for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Dimitri, you got what do you say? Oh, I say yeah, Germany. All right. Well, Dimitri, I'm sorry to say this. You're very close. Next, yeah, the winner, which was indeed Italy B. So
No, the third option. It's not
yeah,
always Germany. It's whatever the third option is in
it's fun
Europe.
for
What's
this
your
quiz.
name?
Okay, yes. Yeah. Um yes, so the tournament was held in Germany. Italy emerged as a winner, defeating France in the final match. Italy won the World Cup in 1934, 1938, 1982, and then 2006. So yeah, good job for them. 2-1 currently. And yeah, move on to question number 3. Who is the FIFA champion well, for the World Cup in 2002? Was it Brazil, Germany, Italy, or England? Yeah, you have 10 seconds.
Brazil.
William?
It was Brazil.
And Dimitri picked Italy. Why is that so loud? What the hell just happened? Lovely. All right, okay. Well, the correct answer is indeed. Sorry, Dimitri. It is not Italy. That was weird. But the correct answer was indeed Brazil. And yeah, they won it. And yeah, they had a star-studded lineup with Ronaldo, Rivaldo, Ronaldinho, and they were unstoppable. And they played Germany, and oof, didn't see a chance against them. So yep, currently 3-2-2. Yeah. Question number 4. Who was the champion of the FIFA World Cup in 1998? Is it Brazil, France, Netherlands, or Argentina? You have 10 seconds.
It's France.
Yeah, it was France.
Diesel, Diesel. Yeah.
Kylian Mbappé, Didier Deschamps, Thierry Henry. Okay, sorry. Yeah, well, the correct answer, Dimitri, Netherlands, but nah. Very incorrect, but the correct answer was indeed Bonjour, France. So, yep, France won the World Cup, making them champions that year. Great description of that. Question number 5. It is now 4-3. Who were the champions for the World Cup in 1994? Is it Italy, Sweden, Argentina, or Brazil? 10 seconds. 1994. Italy,
It
Sweden,
was Brazil.
Argentina.
Yeah, Brazil. I'm sorry.
Dimitri did say Argentina. What do you think? Yeah. But the correct answer is indeed Vai Brazil. Correct. And yeah, Brazil won it in 1994. The tournament held in the United States, and Brazil defeated Italy in the final match to win their 4th World Cup title. Currently 5-4. Question number 6. Who were the champions in 1990 of the World Cup? Was it Italy, Germany, Argentina, or England? You have 10 seconds. Germany.
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 England. Okay. Well, Dimitri, I'm sorry again. You just like third option, so incorrect. Sorry, mate. The correct answer is indeed, again, these two smarty panties. That's not the smarty pants, not panties, right? So yep, it was indeed Germany, and yeah, Germany. Correct answer. And for winning in 1990, Italy, Argentina, and England did not win the tournament that year. Great. Cheers, Jeff. Wait, where's the button? 1 second, I have to press the cheers, Jeff button because they said that the incorrect answers were actually the incorrect answer.
Cheers, Jeff.
Love that. So yeah, question number 7. It is currently 6-5. Who is the champions? Wait, 7-6, I think. Something like that. I don't know. Who is the champions of the FIFA World Cup in 1986? Was it Italy, Germany, Argentina, or France? You have 10 seconds. Italy.
Argentina.
Argentina.
Yes. All right. Well, the correct answer is indeed Dimitri. You did get this correct. Sorry,
What did Dimitri guess?
Argentina. That was the third option. So
Oh wow. Good job, Dimitri.
everybody got it correct, but
Saw it
Dimitri,
coming.
yes, since he got this right, he is equal on score with you guys. So that's the rules. I don't make him. So yeah, Italy beat West Germany in the final match, winning 3-2. This victory marked Argentina's second World Cup, with their first being in 1978. Led by their captain Diego Armando Maradona, Argentina showcased their exceptional skills and determination in handball, making them deserved champions in 1986. So yeah, room for them. It is currently 7-8, 7-6 because Dimitri equal. All right, question number 8. Who was the champion in the FIFA World Cup 1982? Was it Italy, Germany, Argentina, or France? You have 10 seconds. Italy, Germany, Argentina, France. Italy, Germany,
Ooh, I will go. What was the first one again?
Italy.
It's Italy.
Yeah, I'll take Italy. That was Paulo Rossi's team, right?
Yep, exactly what I was saying. That's yeah. Correct answer is indeed not Argentina, Dimitri.
Seagan is just a spectator.
That's what I want to press. All right. Yeah, but the correct answer was indeed. Good job, both of you. Italy. So, yes, the tournament was held in Spain. Italy emerged as the winners, defeating West Germany in the final match. Italy's victory in 1982 marked the third World Cup title, having previously won in 1984 and 1938. Okay, so question number 9. It is currently 8 to 7 to 6, Dimitri. Who was a club champion? No, who was a champion in the FIFA World Cup 1978? Italy, Brazil, Argentina, Netherlands. You have 10 seconds. Italy, Brazil,
Brazil.
I'll go Argentina.
Netherlands. All right. Well, the correct answer and the effort. Oh God, the facepalm. Brazil was incorrect. Very solid. But the correct answer was the third option, which Dimitri got it correct, and Polino got it correct. So yes, Argentina was the correct answer. Italy, Brazil, Netherlands did not win it that year, and great.
Cheers, Jeff.
That was the Mario Kempes year.
Hell yeah, it was, brother. I knew that. So yeah, Argentina did win.
Oh yeah,
Dimitri,
brother.
yeah, it is currently now 8 to sorry, English. It is currently now 9 to 6 to 6. No, 9 to 7 to 7
9 to
to Dimitri.
7.
Yes, yes. All right. Question number 10. Who was the champions of the World Cup in 1970? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go all the way down here. Who was a champion of the World Cup in 1934? Was it Argentina, Italy, Germany, or Austria? You have 10 seconds.
Can you repeat them?
Argentina, Italy, Germany, Austria.
I'll go.
I think you
I'll go
said this at
German.
the beginning of the call. At the beginning of the quiz, it's Italy.
Okay. You do you,
Oh,
mate.
you're right.
What about you, Paulinho?
Oh, I said Germany, but I agree with Solomon.
Okay.
It was Italy.
Okay, fair. Okay, well, everybody, good job. You got it correct. But
Well, I got it wrong. But
good
I would have
job.
said Uruguay if you would have put that as an option.
That's fine. Yeah. Yes. Congratulations, Paulinho, for winning another quiz. So proud of you,
Oh,
mate.
thank you.
Good job.
Life achievement. Maybe I need to stop doing these quizzes and
Maybe you should
start
be the
taking
one that hosts the
penalties.
quizzes.
Maybe. Maybe I need to take more I need to practice penalties instead of quizzes.
Hey, you scored today. What do you mean, mate?
I did score today. I need to take
Yes.
more penalties.
Yes, there we go. Okay, Solomon, and yet another loss. How do you feel about that, mate?
I'll come back better next time.
Will you?
Definitely. There's always next season until there isn't.
So it's always second best, like Arsenal. Will he come? The triumph winning. A golden goals of flawless. Will he come to win the quiz?
Yeah, okay. That was about it. All right, yeah. Moving on to the next segment and the last segment of the show, which is indeed the football memes of the week, which is sponsored and brought to you by our lovely friends down at Rival Bantas. And currently, the Mr. The sorry. The oh god, that's loud. The Mr. Elway is the mascot. We love him, Ronnie Foot. The first meme is indeed about Chelsea. And let's see this meme. So, Chelsea fans, we want Poch out. Ownership, okay, but trust the process. Chelsea fans, whoa, we actually looked good, like a good team again. Ownership, lol, F you. Lovely. And it's a picture of Speed, the YouTuber, looking at Arsene Wenger like, Like, bro, what the heck? So yeah, lovely stuff. Next meme, which is indeed about Chelsea and Arsenal and West Ham. So yeah, um, someone tweeted a picture of Havertz, Rice, and Jorginho all together talking, and someone tweeted this caption saying they they had no idea what they were going to achieve together. Question mark, question mark. And someone commented under that response saying they still have no idea. Arsenal did not win it. And yes, Havertz, Rice, and Jorginho, great pair, but didn't win the trophy. So still have no idea. Next meme is about the mascot of the show, Elway, and I love this. And it shows Elway or Ronnie Foden or Phil Foden's son at the end of the game against West Ham when they won the league, with him trying to pop a champagne bottle, the 3-year-old kid trying to pop a champagne bottle, and someone tweeted a picture of this saying, "Finally, a kid without a phone." So yep, great job for kids not using their phones. And the person who tweeted this is actually named Drunk Jack Grealish. So yep, good job. Very funny. Love that banter. Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching this show. And yeah, all I gotta say is it was a great season. It's not done yet, but we'll have our closing season episode in a little bit. And yeah, everybody, thank you for joining on the show. Lovely to have you on. And yeah, thank you for watching on YouTube and on Spotify. Great times here as always. Paulinho, thank you for joining as well too. Always lovely to have you on, mate. Great job.
Thank you, host.
Of course, lovely. And of course, our transfer agent God. I know he's busy as always, but Dimitri, mate, thank you for joining as well too. You are the curse to my apple and my apple to apple. You ate apple like apple. You know what I mean? But yes, thank you, Dimitri, for being on. Lovely to have you on. Okay, well, everybody, make sure you like, subscribe, and share, because without sharing, how else are you gonna know that Arsene Wenger is gonna offside trap you and your family? That sounds very not good, but yeah, we love that. But everybody, as we say on the show, in 3, 2, 1,
One
love
love
football.
football.
Thank you guys for watching, and bye. Bye.